We're gonna have some more music with our
Hey.
penultimate performer with some music. Let's get the camera on them, Jareth, because
Hey,
today,
we are.
celebrating their
Oh, well.
38th wedding anniversary.
That's right.
Let's
Yeah.
go for them.
38 years.
Yay!
I mean, can you believe she put up with me for 38 years?
No.
She just fly by. Yeah.
Hey, now wait a minute. I didn't do
All
that.
right, the mic's all yours. Here he is from Fort
All
Lauderdale,
right.
Chuck
Well,
Gregory.
and
All right, Chuck.
in honor of our anniversary, we're going to do something together this time. So here we go. You say fetch the water? What? But there's a hole in the bucket, dear Liza, dear Liza. There's a hole in the bucket, dear Liza, a hole.
Then mend it, dear Henry, dear Henry, dear Henry. Then mend it, dear Henry. Mend it.
With what shall I mend it, dear Liza, dear Liza? With what shall I mend it, dear Liza? With what?
With a straw, dear Henry, dear Henry, dear Henry. With a straw, dear Henry. Dear Henry, with a straw.
The straw is too long, dear Liza, dear Liza. The straw is too long, dear Liza, too long.
Then cut it, dear Henry, dear Henry, dear Henry. Then cut it, dear Henry. Dear Henry, cut it.
With what shall I cut it, dear Liza, dear Liza? With what shall I cut it, dear Liza? With what?
With a knife, dear Henry, dear Henry, dear Henry. With a knife, dear Henry, dear Henry. With a knife.
The knife is too dull, dear Liza, dear Liza. The knife is too dull, dear Liza, too dull.
Then sharpen it, dear Henry, dear Henry, dear Henry. Then sharpen it, dear Henry, dear Henry. Sharpen it.
On what shall I sharpen it, dear Liza, dear Liza? On what shall I sharpen it, dear Liza? On what?
On a stone, dear Henry, dear Henry, dear Henry. On a stone, dear Henry, dear Henry, a stone.
The stone is too dry, dear Liza, dear Liza. The stone is too dry, dear Liza, too dry.
Try water, dear Henry, dear Henry.
No, not yet.
Well, wet it, dear Henry, dear Henry, dear Henry. Well, wet it, dear Henry, dear Henry, wet it.
With what shall I wet it, dear Liza, dear Liza? With what shall I wet it, dear Liza? With what?
Try water, dear Henry, dear Henry, dear Henry. Try water, dear Henry, dear Henry, water.
In what shall I fetch it, dear Liza, dear Liza? In what shall I fetch it, dear Liza? In what?
In a bucket, dear Henry, dear Henry, dear Henry. In a bucket, dear Henry, dear Henry, a bucket.
There's a hole in my bucket, dear Liza, dear Liza. There's a hole in my bucket, dear Liza, a hole.
Oh.
Yay!
All right, thank you, Annie.
You're welcome.
All right, everybody. I thought that was appropriate for our anniversary to sing a song together. So thank you. Thank you all.
Is that it? You do another one?
Well, I don't really have something prepared, but there is one I could do if you want. Let me just pull up the lyrics. It's going to be a cappella, but yeah, we'll live with that. John's done this one for us a couple of times. And I probably don't even need the lyrics, but it's always safer. Okay, here we go. If my words did glow with the gold of sunshine, and my tunes were played on the harp unstrung, would you hear my voice come through the music? Would you hold it near as it were your own? It's a hand me down. The thoughts are broken. Perhaps they're better left unsung. I don't know. Don't really care. Let there be songs to fill the air, ripple in still water, where there is no pebble tossed nor wind to blow. Reach out your hand. If your cup be empty, if your cup is full, may it be again, let it be known. There is a fountain that was not made by the hands of men. There is a road, no simple highway between the dawn and the dark of night. And if you go, no one may follow. That path is for your steps alone. Ripple in still water, where there is no pebble tossed nor wind to blow. You who choose to lead must follow. But if you fall, you fall alone. If you should stand, then who's to guide you? If I knew the way, I would take you home. Da 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 da. Da 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 da.
Beautiful. Chuck Gregory, Chuck. All right, Chuck. I've been, I've been married twice. I have 100% divorce rate. So
Yeah.
what's the secret?
Well, part of it's not listening, and
What?
That's a wonderful, wonderful song for the two of you, and we appreciate it, Chuck.